Hello. Today I'm going to do some Zercher squats, and you might fairly ask, what am I doing with a half rack? And the reason I've got a half rack is because I can't drop plates, heavy plates, onto this patio because I think it might break a slab, and that would be really annoying. I talked about Zercher squats recently, and I have done these a lot, where I take it off the rack and squat with it, but I haven't done them from the ground, and I'm not even sure I can. Let's find out. A lot of people say that the Zercher squat is the best exercise to focus on for training in MMA. Some people say there are two kinds of people in the gym environment. You've got those who prance around like a pom-pom wielding cheerleader who simply took a wrong turn and went into the gym instead of the dance studio. And you've got those who Zercher squat. Incidentally, I'm not sure if it's Zercher or Zercher. I hear people saying both. I'm not too concerned. First of all, I better get some plates on there, and I'm going to start with just two because I've never tried to do this before. I've tried to deadlift and get that far down, and it hasn't worked very well, so this might be beyond my ability, in which case I don't have any pom-poms, but I've got a mop that looks rather like one, and I'll keep it on hand in case I have to change my hobbies and go away from lifting and begin cheerleading, because that's the camp I belong in. I've watched a fair few people doing this. Eric Bugenhagen is famous for it, and he does it with a kind of weight I'll never lift in my life. I remember seeing a video with Jujimufu doing it when he used to have his now departed partner with him. I mean friend and partner, not the other kind of partner. Everything's so confusing these days. And he did it with Clarence Kennedy, tremendously strong for his body weight, Irish fellow. One person whose name I can't remember now, although I do watch his lifting videos a little bit. He concentrates on Olympic lifting. I stopped because he uses a bit too much teenage American slang, and that puts me right off. And he did it with Meg Squats, as a lady calls herself, who focused first on squatting a lot, but now she does other stuff. It's really their technique I'm trying to emulate, and I have just 40 kilos total. Of course, given variance on the weights, it might be more like 37. Okay, to the floor. Don't think I'll put the belt on for this, but any heavier and I had better do it. This could be an instant failure, in which case I just can't do it. Soon find out. Okay, don't have to be too careful with the deadlift portion because it's not very heavy. I've really never tried this before. I don't think I can do it. Ah, there you go. Right, I'm pleasantly surprised. Looks balanced, not perfectly, but it will do. Here goes. Don't think I could have put it down without dropping it, so I've got the half rack. Okay, not a bad start. Let's get a little bit more weight. Now I've got a 20 on each side, plus the bar, approximating 60 kilos. It's actually coincidental. Saw Mitch Hooper make a video last night where he talks about, just checking the audio, hello, there it is. Talks about how accurate weights are when discussing who got the deadlift record, Hathor or Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall claims that Hathor's weights weren't verified. I don't believe that. I must weigh all these soon because I'm sure they're all a kilo thereabouts lower than they should be. I wouldn't adjust my lifts in the future, there's no competition involved, but I'd like to know. Right, this hardly a heavy weight to squat, but this is a different matter. One, two, seems even. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, 60 successful. Let's see where I go next. I wouldn't usually go just from 60 to 70. In fact, when I usually squat, I use the bar and then go to 70 and 90. But this is a bit different, so this is just 70 kilos. Let's see how I manage. They'll get to a point where I can't really unrack it very well. But we'll see. I'd like to think dropping bumper plates on these slabs wouldn't break them, but if they did, there's no going back, so I'm not going to risk it. Grip wasn't narrow enough. One, two, this. One, two, three, four, five. This. Success. Not sure if I'll get much further or not. As I keep saying, I'm on a deload at the moment. I plan to begin again. Not sure when it will be, but I want to do something I call a gauntlet in a few days, so I don't want to tie myself out too much. I'll think about one more set. Just got 80 on here now. Remember what I've learned as I go along. Narrow grip, otherwise you can't get it on your knees. When I first did some Zercher squatting, I had a little bit of minor surgery up here and I couldn't put a bar on my back. And I did 135, didn't film things in those days, but I did from here, from the rack, a 135. That was a single PR, and I was doing sets much lighter just to keep my legs exercised while I couldn't squat properly. Okay, I think I might leave it at this. I'd like to think I'd make more, I'd manage more, but got things to do, it's getting a bit late. And I truly didn't know if I could do it from the ground at all. So it's something of a victory. Next time I try it, I'll go over body weight. Narrow grip. Feet wider than your fists. So give you a leg stretch. Just had to cut there because there's a bit of noise. I'm out of breath. That'll do for now. I will do a better job soon. Just one of the things I want to try while I'm in a deload, it won't interfere with my usual program. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Cheers. See you next time.